And then you write about how you you had your babies and you actually got yourself spun up into like, I don't know what this guy's capable of. This is well
Yeah.
before he was outed.
Well, because so during, I was pregnant with my sons when I began reporting on Jeffrey Epstein. And the irony of this is that I had a high risk pregnancy, so I wasn't allowed fly. And so I was assigned to write about Jeffrey Epstein, and I was assigned to find out where his money had come from, because for the first time in forever, he had appeared in the press. He was very press shy ordinarily, but there was a little item in page 6 in the New York Post saying that he had flown Bill Clinton on his plane to Africa. So I was assigned to go and find out who was this enigma who lived in this enormous house in New York and where'd the money come from. And the idea actually was that for me, it would be a very easy piece because I lived in New York too. And it became a nightmare because Jeffrey Epstein would get on the phone to me every day. He would phone me up pretty much to find out how I was getting on in my reporting. And and he began to say things that, I didn't know what to do with, and the lawyers at Vanity Fair didn't know what to do with. Sort of like, well, if I don't like the direction this story goes in, I'll have a witch doctor place a curse on your unborn children. I mean, that was
Mm.
creepy. And then he would say, and by the way, that's off the record. And then he would say some really stupid things like, I'll make sure your children never get into school in New York, and I'll make sure your husband gets fired from his job, which are not really things you want to hear when you're
No,
pregnant with
no.
twins.
Witch
Um,
doctor,
yeah,
no
yeah,
academic
no.
career,
That,
and my
you know,
husband's fired.
and by the way, this is all, off the record. And then what was really that unnerved me, where he very persistently wanting to know which hospital I was going to be giving birth at and who my doctors were. And he went into some graphic um, description for me of what would happen to my hormones as I was giving birth. And I just was like, this conversation has really crossed all um, propriety and normal boundaries. And it was, and the lawyers, that is why the lawyers at Vanity Fair said to me, we don't know who we're dealing with here. So I think you better start taping him because we just had no idea what he was capable of.